In this video, we're going to cover how to do ANOVA, one-way ANOVA. Basically, it has one continuous variable and one categorical with several categories, and it compares the means versus among the different categories, if they're different or not. And then there's a post hoc test that can check, post hoc tests that check which categories are different, if they're different. Alright, so first you go to this is using the Excel file you can download. First you go to Analyze, Compare Means. There's one categorical, so one-way ANOVA. We're going to actually investigate if on a phone plan type are people doing using the phone more or less. You know, basically, are they using the phone the same amount on average on the different plan types? So here's minutes for what we're checking into. You could put a few things there, but we're going to look into minutes, and we're going to investigate, is it different by the plan type? So you know, in phone plans there are different plan types, so people using different amounts of minutes. And so we'll just click OK. And then here we go. It gives a significance. Here's sig is p-value basically, and so according to this, they are different. Okay. Now, one of the things is, because they are different, which ones are different? And that's where you need a post hoc test. We go back to Analyze, Compare Means, the one-way ANOVA, and you see it's already got what we did last time, so that's sort of convenient. We're going to do a post hoc test. I click post hoc, and many of these are pretty much the same, but you can run Bonferroni or Tukey or Scheffé. They're the most common. And it's very easy to just click them all. They should all give pretty much similar. If they get very different, then you got to worry and wonder, but they should all, if they're borderline, if some reject, some don't reject. Anyway, you can click Continue and click OK. And now what it does is it does the one-way ANOVA again, because I did it again, but it does the multiple comparisons, the post hoc tests for Tukey, Scheffé, and Bonferroni, because those are the ones I clicked on. And basically, once again, gives a sig. So it's giving p-value here. It's telling us, okay, they are different between the plan types. Plan type I, here it's 1, and J, plan type 2, and 1 and 3, 1 and 4. It does all the combinations. And then also it does a 95% confidence interval for the difference between I and J. Alright, and that's how you would do a one-way ANOVA with a post hoc test. Oh yeah, one other thing. If you ever want to do categorical data for ANOVA, I've got this, I'm going to use an SPSS sample file. If you want, let's say, neighborhood, our housing is on housing prices, home sales by neighborhood. Neighborhood, you can see, is categorical, but it's also instead of numeric form, it's categories with letters. And then here is the sale price. You can see here neighborhood and neighborhood sale price. Now, unfortunately, if I were to try to analyze compare means, one-way ANOVA, it doesn't give the option for any categorical that's in letter form, as treated as a, I'm going to click cancel. Basically, if it's here listed as a string, it won't work. Whereas in before, you can see plan type is listed as numeric. That's why it worked. Alright, so that's one thing to keep in mind. If you want to do something with the string, like this one, neighborhood, you would actually have to do general linear model univariate, and that's for another lesson. Okay. That's how you do one-way ANOVA and a post hoc.